How's it going? My name is Andrew Gazdecki. I am the CEO and founder of MicroAcquire, and in this quick tutorial I'm going to be going over how the buyer experience works as well as the seller experience works on MicroAcquire. And our goal with MicroAcquire is to really make startup acquisitions easier for everyone by building tools that help you transact easier than ever. And by way of background, since our launch in 2020, we've had hundreds of thousands of buyers registered, we've helped hundreds of startups get acquired, and we've helped facilitate over $500 million in startup acquisitions. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is click Join Now and register as a buyer or a seller. So in this example, I'm going to show the buyer view first. So I've created my buyer account on MicroAcquire, and from here I'm able to view SaaS startups, mobile startups, Shopify Apps startups, agencies, marketplaces, e-commerce startups, crypto startups, and more. We have thousands of listings for you to view, and you can also filter by location, gross revenue, net profit, annual recurring revenue, growth rate, revenue multiple, age of startups, number of customers, and so much more. Now, as a buyer, one thing you're going to want to do is fill out your profile to give sellers that you reach out to confidence in who you are. So you'll want to have a brief description, you want to add in your acquisition experience, as well as your acquisition criteria. We also require that all buyers verify themselves with persona to, again, give sellers confidence because trust and security is at the core of MicroAcquire. I should also note that all listings on MicroAcquire are reviewed by our vetting team, so you can rest assured that every startup on MicroAcquire has been viewed by our team and is a good potential acquisition opportunity. Now, if you'd like to reach out to a potential startup, it's pretty easy. Contacting a startup on MicroAcquire is a breeze. The first thing you're going to want to do is send a message to the seller introducing yourself, giving a little background about yourself and why you're interested in this startup. This is also a great opportunity to ask a question that you may have about the startup. Now, please note everything on the left-hand side is public information, but does not give actual details of what the startup is. It is up to the seller to approve your message, so it's really important to have a good first impression so sellers feel confident giving you access to their private details. Now, moving over to the startups that have contacted, we have built tools for you to view all the startups that you have reached out to, and if you want to make an offer on a startup, you go to your guided acquisition process, and we have tooling that allows you to build items such as a letter of intent. So in this example, I'm going to quickly walk through sending a letter of intent, $50,000 for the startup. And we also have certain terms that might be important to you, such as retaining certain employees, non-compete, requiring a confidentiality clause, who splits escrow, and much more. You can also download your LOI to review before sending. When you're ready, you simply sign the LOI, and this will be sent to the seller for them to review and potentially accept the LOI, and then you proceed with due diligence to potentially acquire the startup. Now, I'm going to move over to the seller view to show you how it works on that end when you're looking to sell a business. Now, if you've registered as a seller, setting up your profile is a breeze, and we help you every step along the way. So you can enter in brief information and brief details, and we'll be sure to clean up the profile to attract as many buyers to your startup as possible. Now again, important to note that the left-hand side is public and the right-hand side is private. So you can toggle on and off if you'd like to auto-approve buyers so they can view the name of your startup and any documents which you've uploaded, or you can manually approve buyers by having this toggle off. Also, we enable you to share real-time financial metrics of your business to show the health of your business in real time. This takes about a minute and gives you a 36-month P&L to share with buyers, which really increases their confidence in potentially pursuing your startup as an acquisition opportunity. You can also connect revenue metrics, such as annual recurring revenue, monthly recurring revenue, customers. And again, this is important to note, this is all anonymized and private, so there's no way to tie this back to your startup name unless you have granted access to the buyer. We also are integrated with Google Analytics, giving buyers a level of detail into the health of your business never before seen, making startups get acquired faster and easier than ever before. Now, as you go through the guided acquisition process, this is where you're going to see all your buyers. So as they reach out, they're going to appear in this area here. We help you every step of the way where you can view videos, you can view an NDA, we have an example data room. And then when you start receiving letter of intents, this is where they're going to appear. And you can accept or decline them based on your asking price. And then you're going to move into due diligence. And if you aren't familiar with due diligence, being it maybe your first time selling your startup, we have a lot of different articles for you to check out on our resources section, so I highly recommend those, as well as video tutorials. Now, once you've accepted an asset purchase agreement, an escrow payment will immediately be created automatically, allowing you to securely and safely transfer your startup over to the buyer using escrow.com. And this is a workflow that we've been building to really simplify and standardize selling your startup without all the typical headaches you see in the market today. And once all this is completed, you've been successfully MicroAcquired. Now, some other items I wanted to point out is, as a seller, we have an example data room. We have tons of different resources. If you're not sure how to price your startup, we have a multiples report that I highly recommend checking out on what your startup is worth, how should you price it to really increase the odds of it being acquired. And then as a buyer, if you're looking for instant alerts as startups go live on MicroAcquire, we have a Slack application which you can download from your buyer profile and receive instant notifications based on your search criteria as soon as startups go live. We also have a podcast that helps educate both buyers and sellers on the process of selling your business. These are podcasts from buyers that have successfully acquired startups or even sellers that have successfully been MicroAcquired on our platform. So definitely check these out. And we have numerous other resources in terms of exit planning, valuations, due diligence, negotiations, and for buyers, financing, getting started, opportunities, and much, much more. And also even a SaaS valuation calculator, which is completely free. It gives you detailed analytics as well as a valuation based on real data from a marketplace to give you insights into how to properly value your startup. Now, in this example, this is a startup that was successfully MicroAcquired. And as you can see, I can see all of the buyers that reached out included here. I can see all of the letter of intents that were received here, which I accepted one. I accepted one asset purchase agreement. We went through escrow. Escrow was completed, and then I was successfully MicroAcquired. Now, if you're a founder and you're looking for help selling your business, we also have a marketplace where you can hire M&A advisors, business brokers, investment bankers, other individuals to help with accounting, and much, much more. So definitely check this out if you need additional help in terms of selling your startup and maximizing your exit. Now, moving over to two more items in terms of other services that we provide at MicroAcquire. If you're a SaaS startup with over $1 million in revenue, we have a Managed by MicroAcquire program where we will be an active broker and help you every single step of the way, getting acquired for marketing, vetting, inquiries, essentially taking care of every part of your acquisition process so you can focus on growing your business and we take care of the rest. This is a paid service that is only available to SaaS startups generating over $1 million in revenue. If you're below $1 million in revenue, the marketplace is the place that you want to list your startup. And for buyers, in terms of pricing, we have two plans. One is for acquirers looking to acquire startups with less than $250,000 in revenue, which is $390 a year, and gives you access to thousands of different startups to look at. You can compare the different plans, and the other plan is Platinum, which is for serial acquirers, private equity firms, family offices, and essentially acquirers looking for multi-million-dollar acquisitions, which gives you access to our Managed by MicroAcquire startups, which we are brokering, priority customer support, startup recommendations based on your search criteria, and much more. And if you have any additional questions regarding MicroAcquire, how this works, how we can help, or just how we can help your startup get acquired, please feel free to reach out to us at any time at support@microacquire.com, and we'd be happy to help you.